The boys out in Pennsylvania, Pine Richland High School, were this week's biggest mover after they proved they're the kings of Pennsylvania as they snapped St. Joseph Prep's 27-game winning streak in the 6A state championship. 2018 Notre Dame commit Phil JURKOVEC accounted for 5 TDs in the 41-21 win as they went from 24-12 after finishing the season a perfect 15-0 and winning its first state title in school history. There were 2 new teams who jumped into the Xcellent 25 rankings presented by the Army National Guard as Folsom checks in at 24 and Venice High School is sitting in at number 25. The Folsom Bulldogs improved to 15-0 this past weekend and clinched a spot in the CIF Division I AA State Championship against Reggie Bush's alma mater, HEILIGH High School. The Bulldogs have one of the best 1-2 tandems in the state with Caden Bennett under center and Joe Nada at wide receiver. Bennett's got over 4,000 yards passing, another 1,000 plus on the ground to go with 67 total touchdowns, and Nada has nearly 2,000 yards receiving and 25 touchdowns. And HEILIGH High School is one of the teams that's a part of the next 5 group, so if they do beat the Folsom Bulldogs, there's a good chance they will slide into the top 25 next week, and they've got one of the best players in not just California, but in the country in 5-star corner Isaac TAYLOR-STUART. Now getting back to Venice, they become the 4th team from Florida to crack the Xcellent 25 rankings presented by the Army National Guard, and they just won its first state title since 2000, beating Bartram-Crell in the Class 7A state championship. And back in the semifinals, they ended St. Thomas Aquinas' run of a chance for a 4th consecutive state title. And how about the year JAIVON HEILIGH had? He set the single season state record in receptions, yards, and touchdowns with 132 grabs for 2,359 yards and 32 scores. A couple of other teams from the Sunshine State won state titles this past weekend too. Patrick Surtan led American Heritage and number 3 to another perfect season and a 5A state title. And Tutu Atwell led Northwestern to its first state title since 2007 as they handed Armwood its only loss of the season, walking out with a 21-16 victory. Now let's bring back the Xcellent 25 rankings presented by the Army National Guard, and we got some big-time games coming up this week. Number 1, Mater Dei is playing in a CIF state championship game for the first time since it started back in 2006, and they're cruising up to NorCal to play number 15 De La Salle at Sacramento State on Saturday night. And between the two, there has been one common opponent this year, number 14 Bishop Gorman. The Monarchs cruised to a 2-touchdown victory against the Gales, snapping their 55-game winning streak. And the Vegas Power dominated the Spartans, winning 34-7 back in September, handing De La Salle its only loss of the season. The other marquee matchup this week is going down in the Lone Star State between number 6 Katy and the defending 6A Division I UIL Texas State champs, number 23 Lake Travis. This is going to be a big-time game. Features one of the best defenses in the nation in Katy, lining up against one of the most explosive offenses in the country, Lake Travis. The Tigers are only allowing 6 points per game, and the Cavs are averaging 45 a game, so get your popcorn ready for this one. It features 2 of the best in the class of 2019 also, with Garrett Wilson making plays for Lake Travis and DEONDRICK Glass balling in the backfield for Katy. The winner of this one plays the winner of number 4 Allen and Cedar Ridge in the UIL Texas 6A D1 State Championship game at AT&T Stadium on December 23rd.